Today's episode, we are working on the 64 Impala SS. And I say episode, like, you guys don't care. But today we're working on the Impala SS, and we're doing valve cover gaskets. Sorry for my looks, guys. Little man, just woke up. What we have found, if you listen, sorry about the fan noise, I apologize, but this is how they're coming off, literally in chunks. So otherwise, look how clean that is. That's super clean. 64 Impala. So Billy he got the easy side, so he had to obviously go around the alternator, snug. And if any of you other guys that have the big block, you guys know the issues of changing big block covers. So I mean, you can see that we have a power brake option, which gives us really close to the booster there. And wow. But like I said, look how clean this is. And we're coming along. We did have to disconnect the throttle cable and the kickdown cable for the trans. And on this side, we had to take the choke pipe out. And so it's coming along pretty good. And it's still hot, pretty hot out here. I don't have AC, but we have these fancy fans we got there, and we got this little ghetto fan here, kept up by a piece of wood. We get these valve covers done. We got also put in a new radiator cap. So the other one was leaking, the spring pressure just wasn't there. Little things that come along when you have an older car. But here, like you see Billy cleaning up this edge here just to make sure. We are going back with cork gaskets. All the other places were like, oh, they just wanted to sell a small block valve cover gaskets. We're like, no, those aren't right. So, you know, guys at the parts store, if the customer tells you it's not right, it's probably not right. All right, guys, let's get to putting this thing back together and tell them, man, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. This is the part number we purchased. Again, you got to search around because some places will say they have it and then they don't. Use a torque wrench. If not, you know 8-10 foot-pounds, it's not that tight. Okay, just enough to squeeze the gasket. So that's what we're going to do on these two, just enough to squeeze the gasket. And hopefully at this point, no more leakage. Just real quick, guys, as well, you have these little stick outs on these cork gaskets, and they slide through the little gaps in your covers here, and that's what holds them in place while you go to flip it over and put it in on the cylinder head. However, you do still have to make sure you don't run it across the top of the rockers or things like that. So yeah, that's just a little tidbit, that most of you guys probably already know, but some people watching this, they may have their first big block. You don't know. So just get out there, learn stuff.
60 inch-pounds at the max.
So 5 foot-pounds.
Yeah, 35 to 60 inch-pounds.
35 to 60?
Yep.
Okay. I still got to tighten my side down, but need me to hold anything?
Just trying to get that hose out of the way.
This is going to be the fun side. Hold on. Throttle is in the way. let us get this thing in place. We'll bring it back. It's kind of hard to hold the camera and all that, so we'll be right back. Okay, we got it. So on this side, since the gasket kept falling out, we just put the gasket on the cylinder head, and then Billy had to like go in like this and then set the back down, and then it was getting caught right here on the back of the alternator, and then so we were able to just kind of push it into place. So now we'll go through, obviously this is what you don't want right here.
Yep.
So we'll go through now and put all those little gasket nipples, I guess you could call them. We'll put those in place, and then everything should line up. We'll get these torqued down, and then hopefully, we'll cross our fingers, no more valve cover leaks, because the biggest problem we had is it leaks right on the manifold, smokes a little bit. You drive a classic, you just don't want it to smoke. I mean, cheap parts, it's not hard to replace. It's very beginner friendly, which is awesome. So a lot of you younger guys, you know, to start here on something that's easier, you know, but get into this. It's a lot of fun, it's enjoyable. Yes, you might use some choice words. Yes, you might say things you don't want to do. You might skin your knuckles, whatever. But you know, do something you've never done before, even if it's not with cars. Just get out there and do things. But how did we learn, Billy? We just did, right?
Just did it.
Just did it. So another thing, I know I'm talking a lot in this video, guys, I apologize. Back here we got this exhaust that we did. This side moves a little bit, so we got to put a hanger on that. That's it. So that's what we're going to do after this. And then yeah, so let us get these bolts torqued down to 60 inch pounds, or also known, divide that by 12, gives you 5 foot-pounds. You barely feel it even on a small torque wrench, so unless you have like a super expensive one. But let's get those torqued down. We'll get it, bring y'all back. Okay guys, since you know, obviously you guys know on this side I got to torque these. I just put them down with a nut driver here. That way it's a lot harder to over torque that 5 foot-pounds. But before I took these off, it's gonna be really hard to see, but I did label them, so that way we could put them on, you know, and then we're not trying to chase, you know, some kind of misfire. You make sure they're snapped in. Those two are in, and then I think this one should be 4 on, yeah, 4. I don't like the way that one's sitting, but we'll see what happens. And then this one should be 2. Yep. I just hope that, you know, when we're building these, that, you know, the original owner is he's up in heaven. So my father-in-law, I hope we're doing him justice, and I hope this is, you know, what he wants and how it gets done and things like that. So we will we'll hopefully get it done. And what we need, Billy?
I need the wobble to tighten up these other two.
All right. All right, let's get this back on here. And I don't know why this thing goes into the exhaust and then up into the choke. So I'm assuming it just, that, I mean, obviously that's how it gets its temperature, but like, why exhaust? I don't know. I haven't done that many older cars, but it just seems crazy to me. I don't know. It works.
Did you get your ground?
Shoot. See? Billy, why do you got to remind me that I'm forgetful?
Just because I saw mine laying here.
So on these, we noticed, guys, on these Impalas, there's a, on this very last cover bolt down here, there's a little firewall ground, which it is like spaded. I don't know if you can see that. so you can just loosen the bolt up a little bit and slide it in underneath it. So when you have yeah, sometimes when you have an extra set of eyes, a buddy with you, whatever, you get help and things like that. So you're not like, wow, why do I got a weird misfire, a weird electrical issue? And yeah, got a buddy to help you figure it out. All right, Billy, you got the nut driver? No, right there it is. Okay. Glad I didn't torque these yet. All right, let's get this slid on there. All right, that's all it takes. And that's probably already at 5 foot-pounds, but we will go grab the other torque wrench. I do need a better torque wrench. I'm just using this one. I think we bought it at, I think we bought this at Advance like a billion years ago. So yeah, let's see what we got here. So we ran into an issue on the bolt underneath the booster down there in the back. You want to explain, Billy, what happened?
The ratchet wrench head was too big and it was causing the bolt to lean just a little bit to the side and wouldn't start.
So then it wouldn't start the threads. And it's funny because not even 10 minutes ago, he mentioned that this thing is going to get mad at us for using new type tools on it. And I just thought that was funny, guys. So here, we're torquing these things. It's scary, it really is. Even though it's only 5 foot-pounds, you feel it and you're like, okay, is it going and going? And then it clicks, you're like, yep, it's scary. But we're getting her done. My side, I think, is complete. And then we got to connect up, obviously reconnect the throttle and the kickdown cable, or the kickdown rod, I guess you could call it. Yeah, so I don't know if we'll get to the exhaust today, but if not, maybe next video, or I might just do it off camera. I'm just welding on a bracket so it can clamp down to the frame. Not a big deal. You guys have seen my poor welds. I consider myself more of a fabricator than a welder. I am getting better. I need a new TIG, by the way, so if you got any recommendations on TIGs. I had a Hobart Easy TIG, which is the same thing as the Miller Diversity, but if you got any recommendations, let me know. And so I think this, after we torque these and get the throttle pieces back on, I think that might be it for today for this video. But thank y'all for watching. And again, when I review this, hopefully the fans ain't too loud, but we're in North Carolina and it has been hot, very hot and muggy. I got sweat rolling down my arm. It's crazy. And you can see, you might not be able to see that. Anyways, yeah, we got lots of projects underway. We're working on the B8 Audi. We got the 300ZX coming up soon. We got done with the E60 BMW. For now anyways, might do some mods on it, I don't know. We don't know if we want to keep it or not. That's my wife's car, her fun car. So yeah, let me know. Again, share, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you need to do. Most of all, get out there and have fun, do stuff.